Hey guys, this is Jonathan Henderson with Pressure Washing Marketing Pros, and I got Eric with me, and he's a good friend of mine, guys. He runs Platinum Pressure Washing out of Denver, Colorado. How you doing, man?
Doing great, Jonathan. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Finally get you on here, man. I know this has been in the works. I know this has been in the making, so I'm finally glad that you're on here because for you guys that are watching today, we're going to talk about Eric and his journey through the exterior cleaning industry and also working with us at Pressure Washing Marketing Pros. But more importantly, we're going to talk about how he got started, kind of the challenges that he had, what it was like working with us after that, and any advice that he has to anybody that's new coming to the game. So, yeah, Eric, I think I'll let you do most of the speaking about your business though. But yeah, tell me how you got started in the exterior cleaning space because you've been in it for 20 years now, man.
Yeah, Jonathan, thanks a lot. Been doing it since 1999, so I have about 27 years of experience. It initially started out back in the day that I always, just growing up, I always had a passion for cleaning. So I always had the energy to put forth towards cleaning. I always knew that I didn't want to end up in the janitorial world.
Uh-huh.
So I wanted to get involved in some sort of cleaning, whether it be interior, exterior. And obviously, my heart and passion went into the window cleaning and pressure washing.
Mm-hmm. And you first started off with the window cleaning, right? I think you were mainly window cleaning for majority of those 27 years, right? Tell me about that.
Yeah. So back in the day, when I was initially starting out, I was geared towards doing a lot of commercial window cleaning for the first 20 years. And really commercial based as far as like the biggest stuff in the state, Hewlett Packard, Anheuser-Busch, Kodak, some of the big stuff as far as that. And back in the day, we were just hustling, we were just grinding, we were just working, just trying to establish a foundation for the business. And then it took a while for me to figure out that there was a couple of different levels above that, which were pressure washing.
Mm-hmm. And then how did you get introduced into pressure washing? So you did window cleaning, like what made you get introduced into pressure washing?
So it was probably around the 2020, right before
2020.
the pandemic.
Oh man,
Um,
that's kind of around the same time I met you, around that time
yeah,
frame as well. So you just started pressure washing when I first met you around that time frame.
absolutely, Jonathan. And
Oh
then that was
man.
kind of where I learned like that
Uh-huh.
whole next level of like outside of window cleaning, because I
Uh-huh.
was primarily based on window cleaning for 20 years.
Mhm.
I started learning from other professionals in the industry that, you can add this service on to what you're doing. And pressure washing has a lot of value to a window cleaning customer, essentially.
It does. It does. And you're not a Denver man, so the typical soft washing you don't necessarily do out there in Denver because you guys don't have algae. You guys are like you guys are the mile high city, right? You guys like a mile above elevation, all of that. So like that's probably why for those of you guys that are listening right now, you're probably like, why? Like just he's been in it for 20, 20 plus years, but he's just knowing about pressure washing in 2020. Well, that's because in Denver, there's not a lot of pressure washing out there, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, prior to that, I was only aware of pressure washing. I didn't even know what soft washing was. So I started talking to other people all around the country from events that you were going to and I was going to, and obviously how you and I met. But yeah, so I was starting to learn about not only pressure washing, but soft washing and what actually soft washing entailed. Which is very similar to pressure washing, similar to like downstreaming.
Yeah.
It's all very similar, but we don't actually use a chlorine or a detergent or anything like that in Colorado. We just typically use water to clean whatever we're cleaning, which is kind of unique.
Yeah, it is. It is very, very, very unique. And so, what was some of the biggest things, like some of the hurdles, like because you have obviously 27 years of experience, right? So, what were some of the things when you first started that were kind of difficult for you, and like how were you getting jobs? How were you operating your business? Because I know you always emphasize when I first started talking to you, like the hustle, man. So, tell me about that kind of experience you had with the hustle during those like first years of your business.
Yeah, so it really was. Honestly, back in that day, a little bit more difficult than nowadays because we didn't have online presence. People were not currently looking up your Google reviews to
Yeah.
look, how you were on Google and where your platform was. So it was definitely very unique. I mean, you literally were for the first 10, 20 years, literally relying on the phone to literally ring next. You were literally sitting there waiting and hoping that whatever marketing, little bits of it that you did, were able to energize your business enough that they were able to get some attraction from a customer, whether you're in a residential neighborhood, a commercial location, whether you're putting out door hangers, yard signs, or doing very minimal forms of marketing. That's kind of really what it was back in that day.
Mm-hmm. No, understandable. Understandable, man. So you were doing, so how did you like what were you doing to get leads during that time frame?
So a lot of that obviously was door to door, and shaking hands,
Hmm.
and possibly knowing friends of friends and other different areas that maybe you were on a window job and then he had a buddy who had another job that was a little bit bigger, and you could possibly figure them out. And also back then, a lot of the communication form was done through phone calls and text message. So it was a little bit more personal than it is nowadays. Everything's done nowadays, transcribed through emails, systems, teams, assistants, different areas that are put together nowadays that um, back when initially I was starting out, you were everything to the business. You were you literally were the assistant answering the phone and doing the job. And yeah, so it was a little bit different.
Yeah, so tell me about, I know when we first met, it was at David Sessions Trade School Convention, because I know that I spoke there and I know you were there too, man. And that was like 6 years ago, so a long time and that we've known each other in that sense. But the biggest thing I would say about that is that I know when we talked, you were at a pivotal point in your business because of what COVID had done. I know a lot of what you had relied on was commercial work, right? During that time in 2020 with a lot of the stuff that you were having with window cleaning was mainly commercial, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the turning point was literally when you and I met. That's when I started to realize that my business and my systems needed improvement, and how I operated definitely also needed improvement. So that's when I started getting more education and more experience from professionals around, like you, very similar to you, and where you and I created a friendship and a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and was starting to educate me on the different areas of improvement on my business to really help put it in front of customers, and do everything as far as helping with the marketing, the advertising, the sales, and things that I didn't even really know about currently at that point. I just wasn't aware, I wasn't educated of it, and you really brought it to the front and center stage for me and brought it to my attention that my business needs, some improvements in other different areas outside of just me physically doing the job. So it started out working with you and your team. And prior to that, in this type of business, you do get a lot of smoking mirrors. So it is hard to gather more friendships and relationships at that point after you've had really bad experiences with other providers. So at that point, you were able to link up with me. I was able to start up with your team, and you were able to essentially light that flame that needed to be lit for many years prior to that, on all areas of the website, the SEOing, the marketing, and helping give me the opportunity to focus in other areas that I needed to focus on in my business, and help establish a better foundation in different areas outside of what you and your team were able to do for me.
Yeah, man. So tell us like the difference between like how business was before working with us and what it was after. Because just to give a little context to the people that are out there that are listening, I remember when Eric first came to us in 2020, it was like you were like, dude, Jonathan, I don't really have that much residential stuff going on. I have these commercial contracts. I can't fulfill these commercial contracts, man, because what you had all the like you couldn't go out to the property, right? Because nobody could really do as much business on the commercial side. But on the residential side, people were still eating pretty good out there. You could still go to people's houses. People weren't as strict as they were about the commercial side of things, about you executing some of those jobs for some of the jobs that you got. I know you still had commercial jobs that allowed you to go out there, but I know that you were looking to go ahead and pivot into, the pressure washing, pivot more into the residential and have that consistency of your job. So how was business like, before you were working with us? Like how was it like in terms of how you were operating, the time that you had, all of that? Like talk to the viewers about that.
Oh wow. Everything changed dramatically 360 degrees. Like
Uh-huh.
literally since the day I've met you,
Mhm.
creating that relationship and that friendship with you and your team and your business. Um, can't even express how pivotal it was on not only the residential end, but actually the commercial end also. And not only giving us the opportunity to pivot completely out of window cleaning outside
Mhm.
of the pressure washing community that needs us for the services that we deliver,
Mhm.
but really adrenalizing us to front and center for all of our big customers in the state, such as Civic Center Park, the Denver Zoo. All those major projects are only available by the opportunity that you and your team have put in front of us to capture those leads and take care of those opportunities that are put in front of us. And every one is an opportunity that you put in front of us. And we take that lead very seriously from whether it comes in on the phone call or the email or whatever it is,
Mhm.
and make sure that we follow through with that lead and make sure that we are aware that a majority of these leads have to be followed through in order to be successful. So you could have a lot of leads that come generating through, but you actually have to follow through and capture those leads and take care of the customer successfully.
Yeah, I know, of course, of course. And so, biggest thing about that too that I want to talk to you about is that I know that you made that pivot from window cleaning. You said, I'm just going to go all in on the pressure washing side. So, what made you go into that decision making of why you want to go all in on that instead?
Yeah, so in that time frame from 2020 till just recently, over that period of time, we've had time to develop some of the best technology in the state, if not the country, as
Mhm.
far as our trucks and our capabilities. And all that was due to traveling around the country and getting education, showing up at the huge convention, showing up in different areas, learning from other professionals in the area, as far as not just like the equipment part, just the process part, putting systems in place, putting teams in place, putting people in place to help establish that foundation that you would want successfully long term in life. And part of what I also learned by starting up working with your business was not only did you guys regain a quality of life for not only my business, but for my personal life, because you guys were able to take that load off of my personal life that was very demanding on the weekends and after hours to try to gain that lead or try to gain that customer and try to do that stuff, which is, if you were just the only owner operator in that area that you're working in, is really hard to have free time and try to have family time outside of just being the pioneer for the business. So I just want people to know that when you hire on a team like Jonathan, you don't just hire on a team of people that take care of your business, but you actually hire on a team that take care of your personal life because they relieve that much off of your personal life. So I think there's a lot of value in trying to educate people that if you do want to have a little bit more personal time, more personal life, then obviously you'd want to put professionals like Jonathan and his team in place.
I appreciate that, man. I know that now. I'm gonna go to your I know it's probably gonna be next year with that kind of stuff, but your wedding, you're having that now, you're having all of that stuff, and that's awesome to see because I know that I visited you last year, right? Out in Denver just to see for myself the type of technology that you had, the type of operations that you had. And so now I know that it's not just you how it was back in the day. You have a team, you even got a good virtual assistant from those guys over at Ninja VA as well. Brandon, Chris, all those guys over there too, right? So she's killing it for you, right?
Oh, Jonathan, yes, yes, that's a whole nother conversation that we had to talk about. Yes,
Yeah.
but yeah, you actually turned me on to Ninja VA, some other professionals in the area, that we all work with, and that you helped me give me a good quality recommendation to them, and I followed through with that. I went to a convention, got a little bit more education, like I always do every year,
Yeah.
and now have not only just a virtual assistant, but more of like an assistant, just to help out with your day-to-day tasks on, whatever you have questions in your business, and you need opportunity of freedom. That's a great area to go down, which is Ninja VA. That can also be another area where you can
Yeah.
gain a little bit more of your personal life back, is getting an assistant, whether it's a real assistant, a virtual assistant, whatever. But yeah, I think there's a lot of value also in going to different conventions periodically through the year where you can help get little breadcrumbs of information, little golden nuggets that can help your business in different areas outside of always saying, like, yes, we can always say we're going to put a system, but I think it's more about putting people and the right people in place to really help scale your business to the next level where it doesn't always require the owner to be doing everything. And if you do actually put the right professionals in the right area, I think that it can actually give you quality of life back in the end. And ultimately, we're looking for quality of life and time back at the end of the day because time is the irreplaceable item at the end of the day.
It is, man. It is. Time is money. So I know that you got the full team now, man. I know you got the equipment, and you're ready to even kill it even more this year in 2026. So, just to wrap some things up with this, Eric, right? Because I know that I really appreciate your time that you've had here, right? What would you tell anybody that's just getting in the exterior cleaning space? I know that education is huge, and I'll see you at the huge convention, right, man?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Good, man. Good. See you at
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
that kind of stuff, man. I'll be speaking there this year as well. And then also just good to see you there like we always do, man. So good to see you there with that. But I want to go ahead and say something in the sense of what would you tell anybody that's new to the exterior cleaning industry? Like, what are some things like if you could just have one to three things that they need to go ahead and make sure that they get in place, or that they need to be aware of when they're starting or getting in the exterior cleaning industry, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I would actually specifically say, don't try to do everything. Obviously, hire a real professional that can
Mm-hmm.
take care of all the areas like you and I were just talking about,
Mm-hmm.
SEOing, marketing, and also, especially in the service industry, my advice would be to focus on what you do best and partner up with people to do the rest. So obviously if you're in the professional service-based industry, obviously you can't do it all. So
Mm-hmm.
really try to focus on what it is, your superpower as your skill, and hire on the rest of the professionals, such as you and your team at, the areas that you can't cater to every day. You just can't do it. You can't do the marketing, the SEOing, the Google ads and everything like that if you're out there trying to run the business and take care of customers and your employees and your team.
Yeah, no, that is 110% understandable. Well, Eric, man, I really appreciate your time on here, dude. I really do, and I look forward to seeing you soon. If you, at the time that we're filming this right now, guys, it's NBA playoffs. I know some of you guys could be watching this a year later from when we do this, but I know that right now in 2026, so I might be able to go out there and see you, man. If the Spurs go out and play the Nuggets, I will definitely be out there to watch that because the Spurs are my team.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it, Jonathan. The playoffs are always a good time. Last year, actually, you took us to the game.
Yeah,
So it was a privilege for you to come out here during that time
yeah,
and take us to that game. And again, that's part of collaborating with other professionals in the industry is that, you can gain friendships through it,
hmm,
relationships, partnerships, and everything. So if you're really looking for a true professional to help take care of you and your business, there's nobody better than Jonathan and his team.
I appreciate it, Eric. I appreciate it. Well, thank you so much, man. And like I said, if you guys have any questions about what we're talking about now, leave them in the comments, whether you're watching on the podcast or you're watching on YouTube. Make sure to go ahead and leave that, and we'll go ahead and answer them as swiftly and promptly as we can possible. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Awesome, Jonathan. Thank you.